Good afternoon and welcome to the Tennessee Virtual College Fair. We're glad you've joined us this afternoon to learn a little bit more about our colleges. Today's format is a 6x6, so each of our 6 representatives will present for 6 minutes on their college. If you have questions during the presentation or really at any time during the session, please use the Q&A button to type in your question and the presenter will respond to you. As this is a webinar format, your camera and microphone are off, so you are muted and our presenters cannot see you either. This is our last day of session, so we do have one more set of colleges after this one if you'd still like to sign up. Otherwise, recordings will be available for all of our sessions from the entire Virtual College Fair on the TACRO website so that you can watch them at your leisure. With that said, I'd love to get started and introduce these great colleges to you. So our first presenter tonight is from Cumberland University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Caroline Clements. I'm going to share my screen very quickly. There we go. All right, so welcome. Like I said, my name is Caroline. I work in the admissions office at this is Memorial Hall pictured on. All right, so tonight we're going to try to discover if Cumberland is the right fit for you. We'll go through some academic stuff, some housing, athletics, and some scholarship, stuff like that. So Cumberland was founded in 1842, so it is an older campus. We've got a lot of history here. Going over academics, so we are a traditional liberal arts university. We are a private school. We have about 70 programs of study. We have, they're broken down into 3 distinct schools. So you've got your School of Humanities, your Labrie School of Science, Technology, and Business, and then our Rudy School of Nursing. Each of those include tons of majors in them. We also have 9 pre-professional tracks, such as pre-med, pre-veterinary, pre-law, and just other majors such as that. So in the classroom, we do have a 16:1 student to faculty ratio. On average, you'll have about 20 people in your class. So your first year or 2, so freshman and sophomore year, you might have a little more than 20, so 25 to 30, never more than 35. But once you get into those upper level division classes, you'll have sometimes 5 to 10 people, just depending on what your major is and what classes you're in. So you do get a very hands-on kind of one-on-one learning experience. It makes it a lot easier to ask questions and get help if you might need it. And another cool thing about Cumberland is that all the classes are led by professors. So you won't have any graduate assistants or other students teaching your classes. We do have peer-led tutoring on campus. So if you were to need help in a class, you could get help from other students or from your professor, just whatever you would prefer. On campus, we do like to celebrate diversity. So we do have 32 states and 42 countries represented on campus. We literally have people from all over the world, all over the country coming to school with us. And it's awesome to meet all those people and just hear their stories and all kinds of good stuff. We have a 28% first generation college student count. So we understand college isn't for everyone, but if it is your first time, we'd love to help you out and get you going at Cumberland. It's a great place to be, and we'd love to help you out. We have over 55 clubs and organizations on campus. And not shown here, we also have 8 Greek life organizations. We have 5 fraternities and 3 sororities on campus, plus over 55 other things to get involved in. So there's always something going on campus. You can see here the fire pit, that's used a lot for tailgates, and every now and then they'll have it lit on campus. You can go maybe roast hot dogs or roast some s'mores. So just a good way to meet other people on campus when things are going on. We also have intramural sports. So on here, there's just soccer, basketball, softball, and volleyball, but they also have like disc golf, a couple other things. My mind just went blank. There's flag football. So there's just a lot more stuff to get involved in. If maybe you don't want to play the sport for the school, but you still wanted to continue to play, intramurals are a good way to stay involved as well. Lebanon, it is a small town, but we've got pretty much everything you need here. We are 25 minutes from Nashville, so that puts us in a good place to get clinicals or any kind of internships in Nashville. We see that a lot of students that get internships or jobs typically end up staying in Lebanon or the Nashville area just because they fall in love with it. It's very convenient to a lot of things. It's just a good, pretty place to be. It is very much a good small community. I moved here less than a year ago, and Lebanon is my home for good now. So only good things to say about Lebanon. We have 22 NAI sports on campus. So you can get scholarships to play athletics on campus. We also have a really awesome marching band that you can get scholarships for as well. And they're always looking to add to their team. For housing, we have 5 residence halls on campus. We've got 2 freshman dorms, and we've got 3 upperclassmen dorms. So we have about 500 residential students each year, and those do fill up pretty quickly. So if you are interested in living on campus, definitely fill out your application as quickly as you decide that Cumberland is the right place for you. We do accept Tennessee Promise. So that is your first 2 years completely tuition free for an associate's degree. We've also got the Cumberland Promise after Tennessee Promise, which is just more scholarships for your last 2 years to help pay for school. Like I said, we've got academic scholarships that help just based on your GPA and your ACT. We've got performance-based scholarships, so that's sports, band, and fine arts, and all that kind of stuff. Endowed scholarships, you just have to apply for them. It's money donated by alumni and community members for students that are looking to go to school and maybe need some help. The steps to apply, that is the link to our website, so you can just go on there and apply. Recommended before January 15th. It's open from August 1st, really up until school starts, so go ahead and get that done. General requirements, we want you to have a 21 on your ACT and a 3.0 GPA. And that is the end. Follow us on shows. Any questions at all?
Thanks so much, Caroline. Our next presenter is UT Chattanooga.
All right, hey everybody. My name is Sam Elder. I am an admissions counselor over at UTC. I attended UTC back in 2015, graduated in 2019 with a degree in English creative writing. Loved it so much, took a job telling other people how great it is. So to give you guys some basic information about the university, we have about 11,700 students, which classifies us as a mid-sized college. And we represent 70 different counties, 45 states, and 46 different foreign countries. So we have a pretty diverse student body. Our average class size is 23 with a student-teacher ratio of 20:1. We've got over 150 different organizations, everything stemming from Greek life, intramural sports, club sports, individual interest clubs and activities like our hiking club or our film club, things like that. We also have campus ministries, a lot of really cool ways to get involved. We also have 140 different undergraduate programs to choose from. So you've got a lot of areas and a lot of ways to explore what really is the best major for you here. So Chattanooga is a pretty cool place to go to school. Not only do you have the downtown setting, which you will find actually living on campus, considering our campus is in the middle of downtown Chattanooga. So you get that downtown vibe with things like the Tennessee Aquarium, movie theaters, Hunter Art Museum, some of the best restaurants you can get anywhere in the state. But you drive 20 minutes in any direction, you're going to come across some of the most gorgeous hiking and outdoor life you can get anywhere. So really, really cool things happening there. Places like Sunset Rock, Rock City. We also have the Tennessee River, which snakes directly through downtown. So a lot of our students will actually get paddle boards and canoes and things like that. And then they'll spend a day out on the river. So you can visit campus right now. We are doing on-campus tours. We have a date available for November. So if you're interested, definitely head to our website to the undergraduate admissions page and check out those tours. They'll be really, really cool. And we're really excited to have these tours back up and running. So a couple of departments I'm going to talk about here are going to be our College of Business, which has an AACSB accreditation. That is the highest accreditation that a business school can achieve in the United States. We also have our School of Nursing, which has a 100% pass rate on the first attempt of the NCLEX exam. In addition to that, we actually have a major hospital in Chattanooga that's located directly off of campus. So it's really convenient for our nursing students to head right over across the street and do their clinical work. And then our College of Engineering Computer Science has a lot of different specifications, as well as concentrations, things like mechanical engineering, civil, chemical, cybersecurity, things like that. But it is also ABET accredited. That is the highest accreditation that an engineering school can achieve in the United States. So this is what our admissions process is looking like right now. So the requirements are a 2.85 GPA with an 18 on the ACT, or a 2.50 with a 21 on the ACT. We'll take one or the other, and we will super score your test scores. There's a $30 application fee, and once you pay that and send us your transcripts, you're good to go. Your test scores can be submitted both through your high school or through ACT directly. And then we will be having an event later in early November, where application fees will be waived. You'll be given a discount code for application fees, so make sure you tune in for that. Information about that will be posted on our website. And then your guidance counselor can send all of your transcripts to transcripts@utc.edu. We are test optional this semester. If you do select to be test optional, the requirements are a 3.0 GPA and a teacher recommendation letter. If you are planning on being test optional, know that we will still need your test scores for scholarship eligibility. So you won't need them to be admitted, but you will still need them for scholarships. Speaking of which, the scholarship application is open. So if you want to go ahead, if you have been admitted, you can go ahead and apply for scholarships. The priority deadline is December 1st, so we need your application fee, your high school transcript, as well as your test scores in our office by December 1st in order for you to be eligible for scholarship consideration. In addition to that, once you have been admitted, you'll have until January 10th to actually apply for those scholarships. And we will be honoring the December ACT for scholarship consideration this year. So this is what our timeline looks like right now. Our next big date is going to be that December 1st deadline. So not only is that scholarship deadline, however, that is also when our housing application opens. So once you have been admitted, you will be able to apply for housing starting on December 1st. It is first come, first serve, and assignments for housing are made usually around early April. We have two major styles of housing. We have both suite style with 2 shared bedrooms, 1 to 2 bathrooms with a full kitchen and living space. And we also have apartment style where it's 4 private bedrooms with 1 to 2 bathrooms and a full kitchen and living space. The scholarship application deadline is January 10th, and then the orientation applications will open on January 15th. So that is when you can go ahead and reserve your spot for a freshman orientation session that will happen over the summer. The best way to get in touch with any of the admissions counselors is through email. So you can either email me at sam-elder@utc.edu, or you can email Ellie Davis at ellie-davis@utc.edu. That is the best way to get in touch with us. And so if you are looking to have any more questions or anything like that, shoot us an email. We'll be happy to help you out, whatever you have. I usually respond to emails within 24 hours. So unless it's a weekend or a holiday, I can assure you I'll get back to you within 24 hours. But that is just about all I have. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the Q&A. But with that being said, Julie, I'll hand it back over to you.
Thanks so much, Sam. Our next presenter is Maryville College.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I know all of us admission counselors are so glad that we get to tell you about our schools. It's definitely a different year for all of us. And I just want to first just cheer on all of you seniors right now. You're truly champions for persevering in the midst of these odd times to be making big decisions for the future. So to let you know that I am the enrollment counselor in East Tennessee, and I am here to help you through your admissions process, through your financial aid process, through looking at what competitive scholarships can make Maryville a possibility for you, and helping you all the way to the finish line when you commit and know that you want to be a Maryville Sky. So I'm with you from beginning to end, and I can't wait to be a resource to you as you decide what college is going to be the best fit for you. And let me tell you, I think Maryville is an incredible place to pursue your education. Just a little bit about us as a facility. We do have a student body of about 1,200. So we're in that sweet, intimate size where your faculty are going to know you, your professors are going to know you, and you're going to be a face, and you're going to be a person and not just a number at Maryville College. And your average classroom size for some of your intro classes might be around 20, but then in some of your upper level courses, it might just be 4 or 5 where you really get that one-on-one personal attention. And that personalized experience, like I mentioned for admission, is what carries you through your entire experience at Maryville College. We live in an extraordinary area. Maryville itself has that intimate vintage feel of like drive-in movie theaters and a 50s hot rod diner, but we still have all those great amenities. You can get to a Target quickly. So it's really a sweet area to live in. And we're just 20 minutes away from exciting Knoxville. And then we're just 30 minutes away from Pigeon Forge, Great Smoky Mountain National Park, and all of the fun of the touristy Gatlinburg, Dollywood, all that fun jazz. So it's great for recreation, but it's also incredible opportunities for you to seek employment. One of the things that I am proudest of that we do at Maryville College is our Maryville College Works program. And you get hands-on practical experience in whatever you're studying to make sure that you love what you're pursuing. You get a chance to take your first step in your career, and you get to start networking. And with this amazing hotspot at Maryville, we have 200 partnerships with different businesses in the area who love to work with our students. As far as applying with us, it's free and it's a simple process that you can find on our website. We are test optional this year for admission, but for some of our higher level scholarships, we are going to ask for those test scores. But keep in mind that we take your weighted GPA and your super score. So send us all of your details so we can give you credit where credit is due. Some accolades that we've received, we are the 3rd best college in the South region. So for our part of the country, we're one of the best around. We've received College of Distinction in our business, in our teaching programs, and in our career prep, which comes from our Maryville College Works program. We are the #1 college in the area for veterans. So if you've had a family member serve in the armed forces, then you can use their yellow ribbon benefits at our school. And if you're someone who's thinking, I might want to enroll in the military and then come to college, we're an excellent school to consider when you reach that point of, being a citizen again and enrolling for your education. We're also 8th as far as best value, which means that, sometimes we have that perception of, a private school. But what we want you to know is that what you're paying for at Maryville College, it's worth it. You're receiving an education, opportunities, and just enrichment of your life to succeed once you graduate from Maryville. The other thing that we're really passionate about at Maryville College is your mental health. We know that college is an extremely stressful time, and we are always looking out for our students. And so through our Mountain Challenge program, we encourage you to do well and be well through these free initiatives on our campus. You can get college credit for doing things like whitewater rafting, camping, caving, snorkeling. On Wednesdays when the weather's nice, you can climb our Alpine Tower, which is pictured in the corner here, and you get a chance to see Maryville College up in the mountains. And this is a free opportunity to our students, and it's part of our Fit, Green, Happy initiative. Nike has Just Do It. Maryville has Fit, Green, and Happy. We award scholarships to every single student who's accepted to Maryville College. It starts with a 3.0 GPA. You receive $19,000. If you're in that neighborhood and you receive admittance, then you can get a $14,000 scholarship. And our scholarships go all the way up to full tuition. You also are eligible to receive Tennessee Hope while you're at Maryville College. And we have stackable competitive scholarships for everything from community service, leadership, fine arts involvement with religious organizations, or if you have a diverse story to tell for our campus. And the thing to note about Maryville College is we're about $1,500 less than average cost of other public universities. So what we want you to remember at Maryville is you are the MVP. You get the MVP treatment with us. We have 60 incredible majors, and most of those can also be factored in as a minor. Some of our distinctive programs are American Sign Language, business, teaching, psychology. We have incredible STEM opportunities and a music program that does amazing. Our purpose here at Maryville College is to do good on the largest possible scale, and our students complete 2,000 hours of community service every single week. And we want you to be a part of contributing to that community. So connect with us, come visit campus, chat with me, and you can have opportunities to talk to our faculty and our different current students as ambassadors. We are offering in-person tours, and we don't want you to miss out on taking a walk on Maryville's campus right now. It's absolutely gorgeous. So please feel free to reach out to me. I'm glad to answer questions for you, and I'm glad to help you find your place at Maryville College.
Thanks so much, Lisa. Our next presenter is from UT Martin.
Hi, everybody. My name is Shay. Let me get my presentation up for you guys. Okay, so like I said, my name is Shay Long. I am an East Tennessee admissions counselor at UT Martin. Also on this presentation is Barrett Belote. He is another East Tennessee admissions counselor. And like Sam, we both graduated from UT Martin in 2019 after loving our undergraduate experience, and we just decided to pursue a career and telling people all about it. So my contact information is right there. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me after this presentation or let Barrett know in the chat. So a little bit about UT Martin. Like UTC and UT Knoxville in East Tennessee, we are a part of the University of Tennessee system, but we are the smallest of those three campuses. We have all the amenities of a big campus, but kind of on a smaller scale. So we're proud to be a part of the University of Tennessee system, but we offer that close-knit campus community. We like to say that we're mid-sized because we have around 7,000 students. So we offer those small class sizes and an ability to get to know your professors because we do have a 13-to-1 faculty-student ratio. So chances to really get to know your professors and participate in research experiences with them, and open door policy. So we really like being that small, close-knit campus community. Some quick facts about UT Martin. I'm just going to highlight a couple of them. We did receive the #1 nursing program in the state of Tennessee, according to registernursing.org. And this is the second year in a row that we have received that award, and we're very proud of our nursing program. We're also #1 in student satisfaction among public universities in the state. So our students are really happy with the education that they receive at UT Martin. And though we are in West Tennessee in a more rural area, we do offer Division I NCAA athletics. We are in the Ohio Valley Conference, so we do offer those. And we have over 150 different student clubs and organizations. So plenty of ways to get involved on our campus, from Greek life to academic organizations to honor societies. And if there's not a club that fits your interest, if you have 3 other friends, you can make your own club. So our student life office does a really good job of making students feel welcome and included on campus. In regards to academics at UT Martin, we have over 100 different areas of study within our 5 academic colleges. And within all of these colleges, we offer hands-on learning experiences, research experiences, and internship experiences. A couple that I'll highlight is our sports marketing and management program sends students to the Super Bowl every year. So we're really proud of that program and excited that our students get that opportunity to do that. And within our College of Agriculture and Applied Science, we have a 700-acre teaching farm on our campus. So beef cattle teaching center, swine facilities, vet tech labs. We have those hands-on learning experiences. And if you have any questions about specific programs within these colleges, let me or Barrett know. We'll be glad to highlight some cool experiences like the Super Bowl or the teaching farm within all of our colleges. Our admissions requirements for this fall are a little bit different. We are offering test flexible admissions, so we will admit students without an ACT score because we know you were limited in taking those. But typically we require a 19 ACT and a 3.0 GPA, or a 21 ACT and a 2.7 GPA. And we super score the ACT for admissions as well as scholarships. And we will process your application without the $30 application fee. So don't let that keep you from applying to UT Martin. And we do accept a NACAC fee waiver. Our scholarship chart for our merit-based scholarships, we color-coded it and tried to make it as easy to read as possible for our students. So those start out at a 3.0 and a 20 on the ACT. And your application to UT Martin is your merit-based scholarship application. So really simple, and we do have additional scholarship opportunities which are open now, and it is called our Scholarship Aviator Program. So as soon as you get accepted, you will receive information on that. We have a 2-year live-on requirement for our freshmen. Our freshmen love living on campus. They love how accessible everything is, so we don't really face any opposition to that 2-year live-on requirement. We have residence hall and apartment style options, and we also have living and learning communities in Cooper Hall, meaning you can live with students that are also pursuing the same degree as you, which is really helpful to our students that are in more rigorous programs that want to live and study with students in the same classes as them, and our professors will even do study hours in that residence hall. So if you have any questions, I don't know why it skipped over this slide, but if you have any questions after this presentation, feel free to let me or Barrett know, and we look forward to having you on campus soon.
Thanks so much, Shay. I couldn't unmute myself. Our next presenter is from Christian Brothers University.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Hope you all are having a really great evening. I'd also like to say hello to all of our attendees. I'm glad that you all made it out tonight. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about CBU. We are a small liberal arts private institution located in the heart of Midtown Memphis, Tennessee. So we're a very small, homey school located in a big city that provides a lot of opportunities for you to find jobs, to stay active outside of campus, on campus, but it does allow you a little bit of space on campus to get that homey feel, to feel that family experience. And that's one thing that a lot of people are really proud of CBU. You know, we have a very family experience here on campus. So just to talk to you about some general information, we are, like I said, a pretty small institution. Our total enrollment is about 1,800 students. On a typical year pre-COVID, our largest class size was only 36, and those are going to be your general education courses. We've got 41 majors, and although we are a small institution, we are a very diverse institution. Niche.com actually, ranked us as Tennessee's #2 most diverse institution. We have 43% of our students that identify as belonging to a minority group. We have students from 29 countries, and although we are a Catholic institution and of course strongly value the Lasallian principles, we do not require students to be Catholic to attend CBU. You'll see that 29% of our student body is part of the Catholic faith. We accept students from all different types of Christian denominations, non-Christian organizations, and students that identify with no religious affiliation at all. We do truly welcome all students on our campus. We have over 70 areas of study that is broken up into 4 different academic schools on campus. The first being the Roosevelt School of the Arts. So you'll see we have quite a few majors available, minors, and concentrations. Within the School of Arts, I would say psychology is our largest department just because it is a pretty popular program and a very strong one at CBU. We have a lot of facilities in the School of Arts department, like the Writing and Communications Corner, the Language Center, our Cognitive Neuroscience Lab, and art studios. We have 1 art studio for each of our senior studio arts majors. Within the School of Business, we do have 2 majors, and we're very concentration heavy. This allows you a lot of flexibility to kind of decide where in business you want to be before committing to the actual concentration itself. So you have a lot of time to explore different fields of business. Our School of Business requires each of our students to have an internship before graduation. So one thing that is very, very important at CBU is job experience. Over 70% of our students complete an internship before graduation, and most of those other 30% students, they're completing research. So almost every major on campus requires either an internship or research experience before graduation. Now, our engineering program is probably our most competitive department on campus, excuse me again. We are ABET accredited, which I believe somebody mentioned that earlier. It is the highest level of accreditation that an institution can receive. And something that's really great about CBU is our 4 main engineering disciplines are individually ABET accredited. So our civil engineering department, chemical, mechanical, and electrical all have that ABET accreditation. We encourage our students to participate in engineering competitions as early as second semester freshman year, and they are working in the labs freshman year. So we get a lot of very early hands-on experience, life experience. And our engineering students are really great. They actually volunteered this summer to work in our 3D printing lab, producing face shields for Regional 1 Health Center here in Memphis, and they were producing about 250 face shields a week. So they're really great about giving back to the community. Our School of Science is the largest academic school on campus, mostly because those pre-professional degrees are housed within the School of Science, mostly attached to the Department of Biology. Over 80% of our professors have achieved their doctorate degrees, so they are the experts in their fields. They know what they're talking about. None of our classes at CVU are taught by teaching assistants. They are all taught by actual professors, and the vast majority of them have achieved their doctorate. So again, experts in the field, they know what they're talking about, and similar to the engineering department, sciences as well does encourage students to participate in lab work as early as freshman year. So we have a lot of fun things to do on our campus. We have over 60 clubs and organizations. Of course, we've got the Student Government Association. We have fraternities and sororities. We are an NCAA Division II institution. That means that our athletic teams offer scholarships. They are not guaranteed, however. We definitely recommend if you're interested in contacting a coach and getting in touch, that you do that as soon as possible, definitely before senior year. Most of the teams do not accept walk-on. So that's something, if you're interested in playing sport at CVU, we definitely recommend you start contacting the coaches a little bit earlier in your career. We have a lot of fun things to do on campus. The Student Life Department is very active about hosting events on campus, and they're really great about getting students tickets to events off campus. For example, Beale Street Music Festival, the Barbecue Fest that happens every year, the Orpheum, they give tickets to the Memphis Zoo, to different concerts in the area. So it's a really, really fun place in Memphis, and probably the best thing about it is just all of the food. I mean, there are local restaurants everywhere in Memphis. It's freshman 15 at some schools. At any school in Memphis, it's going to be like freshman 25 if you're not taking care of yourself. So there are a lot of really great things to do in the area. So now we're going to talk a little bit about admissions. Very quickly, we do allow students to apply through the Common Application. We definitely recommend applying on our website. We are test optional, and our application is always free. Now, when it comes to scholarships, we do have two different merit scholarship models for those that submit ACT scores and those that do not submit ACT scores. So we do have two models for our students, and they range from about $9,000 to $18,000 a year. We do have stackable scholarships and grants that award up to full tuition. And you'll see 100% of our accepted students receive some type of merit-based scholarship.
Thanks so much, Maria. We're so glad. And there on the screen, you can see how you can contact admissions at Christian Brothers, but I do want to keep us on time. And our next presenter is from Freed-Hardeman.
Very good of me. Okay. Well, hey, Tyler, thank you for staying on and being here tonight. So it's an audience of one, so I'm talking directly to you. So I get it. Why is college so expensive? Why are there so many of them? How will I ever choose a major? Those are all big questions that I know you might be asking yourself, because I was there not too long ago, and I talk to students your age every day. And my name's Trent. I'm the Regional Admissions Director here at Freed-Hardeman University. And, I can only imagine what it has to be like to try to find a college during a pandemic when you can't even visit some of the campuses that you want to see, some of the colleges that you're interested in. And with so many great colleges, university, even during this little time block here, I know the decision's being made even harder. But I hope you give me just 5 more minutes of your time here and let me tell you about my favorite place on earth, and that's Freed-Hardeman University. So we are in Henderson, Tennessee, and after living here for a few years, Tyler, Henderson is the quintessential small town. It's a town that you'll learn to love and appreciate throughout your time here. But if you're from a big city or you want to escape to the big city every now and then, we are right in between Nashville and Memphis, and Jackson is literally just up the road. And so all the best sporting events and concerts are just a little drive away. So Freed-Hardeman has a unique and rich history of about 150 years of serving students across not only the nation, but across the world. And one of the first things you'll notice about us is the quality of our academic programs. So here your classes are going to be taught by highly credentialed professors who hold a doctorate degree. They have the terminal degree in their field. So you're not going to be being taught by a teaching assistant or a graduate assistant in their first year of teaching. You're going to be taught by the professor with a terminal degree. And additionally, you're going to get to have and experience a close and personal relationship with that professor with an average class size of about 18 students or less in some cases. So that means hands-on support and unique research opportunities that's going to be hard for you to find anywhere else. So ask any of our students here, they love their classes, and that's why we're able to boast an 85% retention rate. So what that means is you're likely to graduate with the same people that you came here with. That's a testament to how much our students love being here, and they come back year after year. So I know you go to college to get a degree, but that doesn't mean you can't have any fun while you're at it. And that's where our social life on campus comes up. And it's awesome. It's wonderful. And it's great because there's this whole community of people. We're a tight-knit student group, and we do everything together. So intramurals, social clubs, free on-campus concerts, 2 movie theaters where the movies are free for you, homecoming, and so much more are all things that you can do to help you take a break from the task of studying all day and help you try to find some balance in your life as a college student. Athletics programs boast conference and national champions in multiple sports. And the best thing is every athletic event is free. Just show your student ID card and you're in. So be able to watch your classmates out there on the court. So study abroad. And I know what you're probably thinking, if life on campus is so great, all these events on campus, why would I want to go anywhere else to study? But don't miss out on the opportunity for some of the best experiences of your life, like seeing the Eiffel Tower with some of your best friends, spending 4 weeks in Spain, going to Seoul, South Korea to study from some of the most successful and largest international corporations that you can add on your resume. Those are all great experiences that you would get to have as a student at Freed-Hardeman. So study abroad at Freed-Hardeman, check it out. And with over 50 majors for you to choose from, as you can see on the screen here, you're bound to find one not only that interests you, but one that you will also excel at. Our freshman advisors and our first year experience program is in place to make sure that you have a successful and enjoyable first year here, and that you come back year after year until you complete your degree. And our reduced liberal arts core requirements will allow you to begin studying what you want to study in your area as soon as your sophomore year. So that means 3 years almost of studying the classes that are in your major, and it also makes you a better qualified job applicant looking at the market. So maybe you already know what you want to do. You've been researching that. A good job to you, Tyler. But you might find that graduate school is required. And many graduate degree programs are highly competitive, and they're seeking the best applicants. But if you're an FHU alumni, you're going to be one of the best applicants in their applicant pool. Look at some of these acceptance rates: 91% into med school, 98% into pharmacy school, 100% into nurse practitioner school. So if graduate school is in your future, Freed-Hardeman is the place for you. So don't know what you're waiting for? Go ahead and apply right now. Don't have to waive an application fee because there's not one. There's no essay required. You can apply for free in about 10 minutes. Send us your ACT and/or SAT score and your transcripts. Probably get you admitted as early as this week. I know you might be worried about cost. I understand. Who isn't when it comes to a college degree? But know that 100% of our students receive some type of institutional aid to help make it more affordable for you. So I hope you've had as much fun hearing about Freed as I've had talking about it. And I hope that soon you make the next step in joining our incredible family where you can belong, be loved, and hopefully become more than you ever thought was possible. So apply today, and I look forward to talking to you soon.
Well, thanks so much, Trent. And Tyler, certainly if you've got some questions for any of our panelists, you can go ahead and type those in the Q&A. But for right now, if all of my panelists want to turn their cameras back on and unmute themselves, what would you tell Tyler about this college search process? Caroline, you want to start?
Yeah, I think, Tyler, you definitely need to find and look at different colleges for sure, but find where you feel most comfortable. Go visit schools, tour the campus, meet with the people, talk to the professors, and see maybe where you feel most comfortable and where you feel like home.
Sam?
Yeah, my big advice is really look at the city that you're going to school in. That's a really, really important aspect of any college life. At the end of the day, that's the place that you're going to be spending the next 4, 5, some of us maybe even 6 years at. And so it's really, really important that you make sure it's an environment and that it's a city that you can have fun in. And that if you do want to go off campus and just do something off campus, that there's enough stuff that interests you in that sense. So definitely make sure you really look into the city and the town that you're going to be staying in.
Lisa, what's your advice?
My advice, I always encourage students to take a walk on a campus of small enrollment and then take a walk on a campus that is of either middle to large enrollment, just because at a school like Maryville, you can walk our campus in one big circle. It's this, place and this gated community kind of feeling. But then there's some really fascinating campuses, I know, like UTC, where, you're in the middle of this excitement. And I just always encourage students to walk around a couple different campuses and see what's going to be the most comfortable for you. Because after you can figure out that kind of environment, you can know, I want to look at a small school, I want to look at a medium school, I want to look at a large school. So it helps narrow it down.
Shay, what would you add?
I would just add that the college search process looks a lot different for Tyler than it did for our students last year. So I'm sure he has kind of a better idea of what he's looking for, the things that you've kind of missed out on your senior year already. I encourage you to kind of look at college as right now we're all virtual and things are a lot different for all of us. I know all the admissions counselors can say campus is not like it usually is, but know that college, even though it's virtual, college is going to be great, and just know that brighter days are coming, because I know this has been really hard, and hopefully the college search is a little bit of kind of a bright, shiny opportunity. So I hope the college search is just really positive for you.
Maria, how could you help Tyler?
Making it to the end, my piece of advice for you is to find a way to speak to a professor in the department you're interested in. All of us here that work in admissions, we're trained to tell you all the fun facts. We're trained to be welcoming and warm. But the reality is, after you attend orientation, you may not be speaking to a lot of us once you're on campus. So if you have the chance to speak to a professor, that's going to give you the best idea of what that institution has to offer. So if you can, whether it's virtual or in person, take a moment to speak with a professor and kind of see who you'll actually be working with when you attend whatever institution you're looking at.
And Trent, bring us home.
Yeah, thank you, Julie. A good question. And Tyler, I think you have to look at what all is involved in getting a degree, because it's a lot more than just getting the degree. And so you're going to want to look for a college that can give you those kind of intangibles that are hard to put on any kind of marketing material. And the years 18 to 22 are some life-shaping and life-forming years. And so you're going to want to look for some universities that are going to help you grow in a lot of different ways. At Freed-Hardeman, like it is probably for everybody on here, we take a holistic approach to you as a student. So not only develop you academically, but socially, professionally, and in our case as a Christian university, spiritually. And so our goal is to make you a well-rounded individual and not just an individual with a degree. So I think all good answers. A lot to think about, Tyler. Thank you for staying on.
Absolutely. So on behalf of all the panelists, I want to thank you for being here, and certainly know that when you click out of this session, you will get a 4-question survey, if you could take a second and just answer those and let us know what you thought, and we can improve these for future students. And then of course too, if you want to review all of the great things that you heard tonight, you can follow this recording on the TACRA website by tomorrow. So thanks again for joining us, and panelists, thank you. Have a good evening and stay well.